Gather round, ghosts and ghouls, for a Halloween special with a bone-chilling twist. Set in a summer camp reminiscent of your spookiest nightmares. In this unedited episode, Ari, Ortega, Captain Talib, Parrish, and Lady Tatiana find themselves in a petrifying predicament. Their bodies have been swapped, left alone through a portal in a dark forest. Just who is who, we wonder. But first, a recap of the previous session, brought to you by yours truly, me, your DM, and host for the evening. We started the session off with Ayo and Talus having a nighttime conversation where the jewels and a note was exchanged between them. Tatiana overheard and saw everything. Forwarded to the morning, and there was a lot of conversations to be had between multiple members of the party. Parrish, the new party member, decided to cook breakfast, and with his connection to the bar, he was able to close it down while you all decided to share in a game of Never Have I Ever. Dermot suggested you guys check the notice board out front for any jobs that Ayo may have taken. You guys head to the infirmary where you met with Derek again, and the head priestess gives you some answers and desperately searching for the names of two archaeologists they were seen hanging around the crematorium. You started to head off there, but a portal had opened up. A Githyanki fell out and created another portal and sucked you guys in. Now, before we proceed, please be advised that this special may contain unedited content like language that will send shivers down your spine. Fasten your seatbelt and prepare for a journey filled with creepy encounters and terrifying surprises in the heart of this haunted summer camp. Get ready to be captivated as they navigate the surreal nightmare of swapped bodies, where the line between friend and fiend blurs. Brace yourselves for the extraordinary tale that unfolds as they confront nightmarish challenges and unearth dark secrets that linger in the shadows of this forsaken camp.
So, two things. Obviously, welcome to the Halloween episode, the Halloween session. Everyone's dressed up. I was already dressed up, obviously, but so for those of you that dressed up, congratulations, you have one inspiration dice that you can use at any time tonight and tonight only. That is basically essentially a free luck point on anything, any d20 roll, you can use it.
Is that one for the party or one for play?
One for everyone who dressed up.
Nice.
Which is, I mean, theoretically all of you.
I mean, I feel like Talus should get two. She went above and beyond. I'm gonna rally for her to get two. She deserves an extra.
I second it.
I want to keep it fair. When you have 1 point of inspiration, it's already pretty OP. So, one per person Halloween treat. However, I do have another Halloween treat. This may not be so much for us, but for the listeners, this is going to be an unedited session. I'm going to be posting this session, which is good. It's totally fine. Explicit, obviously swear word warnings ahead. I am cutting, I'm going to be editing these things, but for the most part, it's just going to be straight out. This is how we actually play, and so it'll be even more exciting, especially for our listeners, for the Halloween special as a treat for them.
God, I want to curse even more now.
I apologize in advance for the potty mouth that I may have.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, whoever is Tati, you have to say Jeff. No, I don't. I'm not me. I don't swear. I gotta be a good little person.
So you revealed at the end of last session that we had all body swapped Freaky Friday.
Yes. So you guys all fell out of this portal into this forest clearing. It's nighttime. The crickets are chirping. Off in the distance, you can hear the sound of a lake as it breaches against the sand. You look down at yourselves, and you're not wearing your normal attire. You're dressed in a shirt that has a logo of a forest and a lake with a moon shining down on it. And you look down even further and you're wearing like what looks like hiking shoes or boots of some sort and very thin, small shorts. You take a closer look at yourselves and you realize, I don't look like that.
Fuck, are my legs so hairy?
Starting from the top. Who are you, Tatiana?
Today I will be playing yours truly, Parrish.
If you ever look through your items that you have on you, I can DM you things that you might find interesting.
I don't know how I'm supposed to look at items.
I have this.
How do you just feel around? See what's on your person.
Okay.
So let's go down the list. So Parrish, since you are not Parrish, who is Parrish?
I'm playing Ari. I hope that was the appropriate pause.
Going down the list, Ari, who are you?
This evening I will be playing Ortega.
And Ortega, who are you playing?
I'm playing Captain Stole My Jewels.
I had a feeling.
Which, last but certainly not least, Alice, who will you be playing tonight?
I'm playing the lovely Tatiana.
Now, looking down at your bodies, you see that the weapons that you would normally have, they've also shifted in a sense. If you are familiar with your scimitars and your daggers and all the melee weapons, they seem to be reflective of summertime sports. Any blunt weapon seems to be like a tennis racket, and any piercing weapon seems to be like a fishing pole of sorts. And the scimitars seem to look akin to canoe paddles. It seems everyone is kind of decked out in a very cliche summer camp sport. Any ranged weapons that you guys have unfortunately all been shifted to your standard bow, as hunting and bowing is still a thing. So yeah, it's still passable.
There's usually archery at camp.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to have Nerf guns. That seems very camp. I feel like
yeah, that would be another route I could have gone, but unfortunately, Nerf guns, not really a thing that
it quite literally nerfs my character.
For the sake of just making it simple, the weapons are still going to basically they're going to be the existing weapons. Everything on you has just been shifted into a thing that, like, if you're wearing, like, if you got a backpack, it's now a fanny pack with like resources in it.
Yeah.
Do I have something made of windbreaker? I just want anything made of windbreaker.
If you were wearing a jacket, yeah, you would definitely have like a very vintage 80s style windbreaker on.
Excellent. Okay, I'm thinking body break vibes.
Yeah, body break vibes, exactly.
So I guess the first thing I would say is beyond, oh my god, are you all still here? Do I see my body?
You do. Yeah, everyone sees each other.
Cautiously approaching. Check your fanny pack.
Don't tell me what to do.
My god, I'm beautiful.
God. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Our parish, make an insight check.
I don't know who our parish is.
Discord name parish. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Insight.
I'll still refer to everyone as their normal character, just for simplicity.
Question on stats and what I'm adding to this roll.
Yes.
What are my stats and what am I adding to this roll?
Very good question.
Is that my insight check that I'm currently rolling? I'll tell you the flat number. 14. Normally I'd add 7. So be 20 plus.
If you roll, so when it comes to checks, we're just going to do base dice rolls because you're not really going to know what you are more so than anything else. So just basic standard dice rolls apply. That's why I give you guys the inspiration because you never really know. But yeah, so everything's going to be a little bit easier just because we're not really counting proficiencies because your character isn't going to know what that character's proficient in. So, Parrish, when you go and approach your body and you're met with the retort from your own voice, you kind of get the sense that you think you know who might actually be in your body right now.
Lady Tatiana. I love that your camera just zoomed in that exact moment.
It was amazing. I don't know how that happened.
I brought it up because I had prepared chef treats, and there are 3 of them available.
Well, right now, I don't feel like eating. In fact, I feel like the exact opposite. Do you not shave?
Quite regularly.
These legs say differently. And I don't know if you notice, but my legs, which are standing over there, are gleaming with moisture and perfectly. There's not a hair where there shouldn't be. And I am not that body right now, so I'm going to find that gift and I'm going to kill it.
Good. I mean, he's right there, like the top.
What did you do to me?
He doesn't realize that anything is wrong on the inside. He's just looking at you from the physical point of view that he can see. And he goes, it seems that the spell that I used was a little wrong. But
a little?
I didn't have a whole lot to work with.
I now have a lot more that I am working with, says now Ortega, looking down at himself, being way bigger than Ari's ever been before.
He's looking down at everyone.
Back blow up.
Just like, looks over and he's like, Ortega, I don't know where you are right now, but many thanks. We're all in wrong bodies. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who are you? Who are you?
At this point, I'm going to walk up to myself and grab it. Just please tell me your talent. Please.
Yes.
Please.
Yes. Tati, it's me. It's.
Thank God there is not a man in my body.
At this point, Ortega is going to shoot off some eldritch blasts out of his hands at the closest tree. And then mutter, nope, still hate magic.
Ortega, you know what? It's not even worth it. I'll just deep breaths.
Ari Ortega walks up to Alice Ortega and says, I fear though we may have found ourselves in new accommodations. You and I have been talking a lot about respect lately. Let's leave the place better than we found it until we figure out what's going on.
Ari, the last thing I said to you still stands. If you touch me, there's going to be a weapon at your neck.
And he says, as he looks at his canoe paddles on him, says, I feel as though that threat carried more looming violence previously, just because now we seem to have some pretty different environments and setups and are in different bodies. Does anyone know what is going on?
I will just grab your throat and shoot you if you touch me.
Oh, I feel as though you've underscored your point a great deal. Now we're just threatening violence instead of actually doing violence. You may want to consider impulse control. But for now, I will demonstrate to you as I windbreaker backwards to go outside. Where exactly are we? Where we found ourselves?
So you're in a forest a forest clearing. There is really nothing. It seems as though at some point this may have been like where a well was to get water. So it's a well-traveled path. There's a couple log benches scattered around, and you see like a billboard, not a billboard, but like a forestry sign. And the sign itself says, "Welcome to Camp Moonlake."
Camp Moonlake.
And you see a stone path that kind of leads out past your line of vision, but it seems to be a pretty well-trodden path.
All right, well, there seems to be a camp. We seem to need to figure things out. I feel as though we should move towards a place where we can do as such safely. I don't know who to say captain to right now. I would typically at this point look to the captain. Could the captain please briefly identify herself?
That would be me. Or
all right.
Tatiana.
Well, there's alignment there. All right. So,
God,
captain.
I was just starting to learn all of your names.
Oh, yeah, no, this is going to be a... Oh, you're very... Oh, wow. Oh.
By the way, Ari, if there's any pockets, compartments, things you would rather me not check, let me know now.
I mean, you go to town. And I start heading down towards the path to the camp, unless we have alternatives to not moving forward.
I'd like to ask the guests why we're here. Wait, do you have a name?
Yeah, no, you. Forgot about you.
Yes, I told you my name was Zokar. Did you forget? Just like 5 seconds ago.
Okay, Zokar. I'm in a man's
If I don't
body.
be very memorable, that's on you.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My official title. I am Zokar the Astral Blade.
Oh my. I didn't realize it was the astral.
Right now you're being an astro dick. Why are we here?
Okay, I may not have been completely forthright with you, but I was not lying 100%. You see, yes, the reality is in danger. My kin, my Kretch, we were abducted, and as we were traveling the astral plane, we got sucked here. And we don't really know exactly quite where here is, but there's an entity here, and we were imprisoned. We were stripped of all of our belongings. We had to use the resources that we had at our disposal around to send one of us to go get help and to come back. So, in order for us to control the reality, we need to get back into our plane. And in order to do that, we need to be freed. We needed a group of adventurers like yourselves to help us out. It's been a long time since we've been here, but there's 6 of us, with 7, including myself. We need to find each other, and we need to get out of here. And we don't quite know how, but as soon as we figure that out, we can get you guys back home as well. I haven't learned a whole lot about what this entity is, but it's a force to be reckoned with.
You edit that out?
Yeah, I'm gonna edit this.
What scenes don't make that real authentic, Kyle.
Sorry. The wig hair got in my nose.
It's probably at this point that you guys. It's probably at this point that you guys all notice. Talus is kind of like fidgeting with her hands a lot and kind of doing like a little wiggle, and looks like they're deep in thought and struggling.
Or
can I roll an insight check on that? Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Ortega, in your head, you hear a voice.
You are not Talus, are you?
Oh, I hate her so much.
You need to get out.
I don't think Ortega knows if he can speak in his mind or not, so he's just going to go, no, I'm not Talus, and I don't want to be in here anymore. I'm itchy, and I really have to pee. This girl drank way too much this morning, and I don't know what to do.
Do you say that out loud?
Oh, yeah, it's all out loud. Because he doesn't know that he's spoken to in his mind.
Talus, I think you need to teach him how to pop and squat.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it.
Okay, well, it's either that or you're gonna piss your shorts. Forget it, I'll do it. Not Talus. Ortega, Come with me. Come with me.
Yep. And can you touch everywhere that I can't touch because I itch?
Talis, I don't know how to answer that because these technically aren't my hands.
Whatever you need to do, please.
Deep breaths.
I promise. But if you don't do this, somebody has to.
Wait.
I'm not doing anything. It's not my body anymore. I don't have to think about it.
Are you sure?
So can I ask if Parrish has consent to touch the captain? I think that's. Anyone have parchment? I want to draw a diagram.
Oh. Okay, Talis, I'm sorry, it's happening. You'll thank me later. You, behind the bush, now.
Ortega just does as he's told.
Okay.
As Ortega and Tatiana leave,
The full-grown Ortega over there just like slowly just
I guess as Talus's body and Parrish's body leave to go behind a tree, everyone else, you look over and you see a little tiny box that has the picture of a toilet and a door.
Mommy.
And there's about 5 or 6 of them lined up down the path.
There's what that means.
It's called iconography. It indicates that there's a bathroom over here if you want to. They're gone.
It's a little tiny. We don't need to roll.
I think I have to lay down.
Nope.
Learning.
That's just
sorry,
a funny moment that happened and it's gone now.
It's going to be issues of consent in a Freaky Friday situation.
Yeah, no kidding. You guys do continue on a little bit down the path. You come out. You started to kind of figure out like who you are, and you come up with a way to just like call yourselves by your regular names, and you've been able to figure it out. You get a little bit more information from Zokar. He explains a little bit about the layout of the camp that they know of so far. All he really knows is that there is a large lake in the center. There's 3 cabins that they're aware of, and the entity is definitely not of this plane. It exists here, but for some reason they don't know why. And the only name that they've heard or seen is initials J and V scribbled all over the cabins.
Get out of here with that meta knowledge.
You continue on down the path even further, and you come out to a large clearing. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I don't know what it is. Fine. You come out to a rather large clearing, and I'm just going to put you all right there, and we will go to the... Oh, if you have it up, you have it up. If you don't, you don't. You come up to I should probably change it so that everyone can move their specific character. I'm not going to bother with it. It's fine.
No, it's fine.
And you do take note that there is a large lake. It seems to be about maybe 2 miles across. It's a pretty large lake, and there's a dock structure that seems to extend out about 30 or so feet into the water. It's a little worse for wear. There's some rowboats and canoes scattered along the beach that seem to be destroyed. There's a small area where firewood has been kept. There seems to be a structure that has a metal rod sticking out with a sand area, and some horseshoes seem to be on top, and about 20 feet on the other side directly across from it is also the same thing with a couple other different colored horseshoes. There seems to be some other things. There's a little shack over by the beach that seems to have a picture of a fish on it, and a couple of the canoes in the are stacked up against it. There seems to be a lock on that door. There's the 3 cabins that are lit with torches, and the dock is also lit up with torches as well. The torches themselves seem to be flickering a little bit differently. The color is a little bit darker. It's almost as if it's a magical fire keeping them lit. for so long. The cabins are all moss crept and vines having come in and out of the windows, and trees are overgrown. There's no the path that you have is pretty much the only place where Laura has not taken over. The beach itself is again, it's at nighttime, so the beach itself is actually really nice to look at. You see small crabs skittering across the sand. The sand seems to be a very nice golden brown color, with a rock bed separating the grassy area from it. It's, for all intents and purposes, it's a summer camp. It's exactly what everyone has been to, at least at some point in their lives.
So Ari Ortega steps up and kind of says, when in Ortega, do as Ortega does. And he kind of takes a front line position and investigates forward, heading down the beach.
I think Ortega Talus is going to look at Talus Tatiana and go, don't I normally stand at the back? I don't know what
you
to
have
do.
been improvise.
Speaking of which, not all of us are blessed with dark vision. Who is needing a torch at the moment?
I will say it is bright enough. It's dim. It's dim light. Like there's moonlight and the torches. It's enough to see kind of everything. It's not like it's pitch black. It was pitch black in the forest, and anything outside of the clearing is definitely pitch black. But those of you who have dark vision,
I think everybody has dark vision, don't they?
Everyone
does.
I think everyone did. Yeah, Toast was the only one that didn't.
You do, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Absolutely do.
No, everyone does have dark vision.
That's amazing. We all have dark vision. That makes sense for this group. That's very on brand.
And that is so nice as a DM to just not ever have to worry about it.
No, unless it's like for a reason, like I have a specific reason to, oh no, you can't see, but like, it's fine. But yeah, like it's a regular night. The sun is out. It's a full moon. And there's like a couple clouds in the sky. It looks as though when you're looking up, you do see the moon, and it looks as though this is the plane itself seems to be kind of casted onto the astral plane. Like it sits there. You look around and you see the same swirling nebulas and stuff that you saw while you were in the portal. It seems as though this is kind of just like a piece of land or an inlet somehow, just floating on the astral plane.
All right. You said your companions are being held captive, correct?
Yes.
And there's 6 of them. You make 7.
Yep.
How many cabins do we see?
You see 3 cabins and then the fishing shed, which is actually not on the map. It's irrelevant. I promise.
Shall we start with cabin number 1?
I'll unload a crossbow from my back.
I will pull out my canoe paddles.
I'll look at my tennis racket.
Ortega? Maybe not.
Really know what to do with this.
Ari considers going double size for a second, but
Lady Tatiana, the body I possess normally is not really adept at combat. I rely more
fuck off.
faith. Do you have a snack, coach?
I'm sorry, so what can you do? What's my strong suit?
Healing. And...
But I can't hit anybody? You know what I do, right?
Ever wish to have someone closer to the grave that is well within your new power suit? Head of character, yeah.
Are you trying to keep something secret? Like, if I wanted somebody closer to the grave, have you... Me? Alice, me? Smile. Real big. Show them your pearly whites. I'll bring somebody closer to the grave.
Debuff. Heal. If someone goes down, stabilize from 30 feet. If you really don't like someone, be like, get dead. And then the next person who hits them, they're vulnerable to all forms of damage. You can do that once.
I mean, that's pretty good. That's That's okay.
I really would love you to know what my spell list is, but that feels like cheating to share.
Real Palace.
My body back.
Same, and it is well moisturized.
Tatiana, you're Tatiana, not Parrish. Got it. Real Talus. Ortega's gonna look down. What real weapons did you have so that I can figure out what they might actually be on your person? Because like you had 2 little axes, I think.
A sword?
Yeah.
You never paid
So I have.
Well, she likes to Eldritch Blast a lot.
I do have 2 hand axes, and I have the pistol. They have names, so take care of them.
They're little tiny bow and arrows right now. I'm gonna pull out this little tiny canoe paddle looking.
Well, you would have like hatchets. Like they would be like.
Oh, they're actual hatchets?
Yeah, like they're totally.
Ortega's in love. He knows exactly what he's using.
Yeah.
He has got these hatchets in his hand, and he is now real happy. Like you probably have never seen Talus smile so big. Well, real Tatiana.
I smile. Come on.
Real Tatiana's probably seen you smile.
It's true. I don't smile.
On that note, Ari Parrish will point at Parrish Tatiana and say, "That medical kit, know how to use it. If someone's bleeding out, keep the blood inside of them."
Or her. Please say or her.
Or them or her.
Thank you.
What if it's somebody I have ripped in half because I feel remarkably capable of ripping someone in half? None of you, of course. But let's just say if things get a little hairy up here at summer camp Dilla, what the hell? We can still at least get a little violent because at least I feel fairly capable in that form.
I am a little more concerned about what might inflict that amount of violence upon us.
Tell you what.
These friends.
I
I'm
don't like
not
being
looking.
teleported and body swapped, generally speaking. If someone's going to take the opportunity to do that and go ahead, I believe that I will keep everything on guard and potentially, I don't know, I do want to fight them. Maybe is the body making me aggressive? Have I always been this aggressive? I need to introspect. But all right, we will keep a level head, but I believe we should explore and so feel.
Real Parrish, darling. Real Parrish. I don't heal people. I'm very not healing like. So if somebody is dying, you may have to specifically say, "Hey Tati, you should say these words," because I don't heal people. I do the exact opposite. And heal myself can sometimes be the outcome. Talus, darling, just a little. I hope you're not queasy when it comes to blood, because that won't work with what you're dealing with.
I've been through far too much to queasy at the sight of blood.
Well, let's hope that you can acquire a taste for it too.
Man, these hatchets are so flippin' heavy. Gotta hit the.
Oh,
You gotta start lifting here, girl. Holy smokes! I put them back in my side pouches because, like, my arms are tired.
I have
Ortega's just really not used to it. He's like trying to like shake them out.
Are you just picking up large branches, being like, easy, unbelievable, oh my god. Unbelievable, nothing. It was like, it's nothing. You just live like simmering rage and unbelievable strength, and this is how you walk around.
Rather than decide what is on our own character we're currently playing, can we just have the person whose normal character it is tell us what we have? Like Lady Tatiana Parrish would have a baseball bat and a slingshot and a medical kit.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, the medical kit would literally be like transformed as well. Like it's like a very small like first aid kit, like a little
for
the white.
Oh my god.
Okay, Ortega, not Ortega, but Ari.
Hey.
Why don't you use that beautiful newfound broadness and break a door down for us so we can check out one of the cabins?
Oh, let me help with this.
Boring.
Let me help with this. Ari,
No.
your mama hates you. Your mama hates you.
I start to feel really angry. What do you mean? What do you mean she does? I don't even know.
You left home before you were ready. You didn't look after little Jimmy. Now get mad.
Jimmy, no!
And Captain Talus's body is going to walk up and just slap Ortega across the face.
Ortega's just like, I love it, and runs full bore through the door.
The door.
The first cabin, which by the way, we could have just knocked on. Could have just knocked.
No.
I full bore spear the door.
The door is locked. You need to make a strength check for me, please.
What am I adding?
You would be proficient in this, so just do your strength.
Okay, so that is my strength, like Ari's strength or Ortega's strength?
No, there's the D20 roll and then plus proficiency.
Where's my proficiency?
So +3.
Okay, 18.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
You're able to, like, the doors, like, they're pretty thin doors, like, they're just wooden cabins.
Good.
You run up and you bash through the door lock just goes, shatters in half. And the door was meant to open from the outside is now very much on the inside. We can just move this there, like that. See.
And you probably just hear Talus's body go, shit, yeah. That was awesome to look at from this angle.
Way more awesome from here. I understand why you do this so much.
You bash in through the door and you see it's a small cabin. There's about 5 or 6 beds. But they're stacked 3 to a bunk. And there's about two bunks. And in the middle is a tiny table. And it looks like there's some chairs and a little bit of a fireplace that seems to have been long since taken over from the years that it's been here. The windows are shattered on the outside, and there's about 3 dressers or cabinets or wardrobes, all with different ripped pieces of clothing, some old rod gear, and you see on the inside 3 chained together.
Wonderful. We found half your party. Who can pick locks?
I look over to Alice Ortega. Can I? I could before, but these are not nimble.
No, you'd be more likely to just rip them off.
Parrish, Ortega, not me. Parrish, Tati, but you, real you. I don't know how to explain this. Parrish, because clearly I'm not Parrish.
Yeah. Yes. All right.
Go pick a lock.
Absolutely.
Can I make an attack on a random thing to try and maintain my rage?
I think you can as a bonus action for using the way rolls.
You actually don't need to do that, Ari. The fancy playtest rules that are not on D&D Beyond, you actually just have to spend a bonus action to keep raging for 10 minutes.
Oh, that's way more fun.
Yeah.
I like that adjustment. I will spend my bonus action to keep seething while generally being really stoked about being this size.
Parrish Ari will slink by Ari Ortega. A lot of dynamics going on there, and pull out a paperclip from pocket and work on one of the handcuffs. I rolled a 15.
You have Ari has proficiency in that, so you can go ahead and add your +3 to that as well.
Okay, so 18, and his sleight of hand is +5. So
you can see. Yeah, everyone can. If you're on D&D Beyond, you like on the website and you look at the characters, you can actually see what your characters are.
I'd have a 20 unless I'm using the.
I can't see Ortega's at all. It won't let me. I can see his profile, but I can't see his character sheet is not set to share.
He's unknown.
Oh, I don't know how to change that.
I can change that.
Same with Tatiana.
All right,
but I can't.
I can adjust.
I can't click on Parrish or Talus. I can't even click on Talus.
All right, let me
click.
Edit.
Did it work?
But you're also
campaign
or
done.
New Ortega. While you're raging, you're like proficient in survival, investigation, intimidation. You get to add like your strength modifier to all that shit. So you're proficient in all that while you're raging. Yeah, it's a neat little. It's like it's essentially like They're trying to take the barbarian down more of like a primal senses type of route.
Kicks in.
Yeah, like, so there's different ways to play your rage. Like, yeah.
Maybe tell them that.
I do like that. I like the idea that you're tapping into this deep survival animalistic instinct, which, while it has the capacity for rage, also means you're paying attention.
Yeah,
there we go.
It's hyper focus for how to survive.
Everybody in the campaign should have access to the actual character that they are playing now. I've just changed everything to just be campaign only. Most of them were private.
Sorry.
Do I have to be on the website for that?
Yeah.
Might have.
Because the app does not let me just click on Talus.
The app should have a campaign manager, I believe, where you can characters.
Campaign 2.
Yeah, still can't see Ortega's. And to be honest, I don't want to spend too much time on it.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're doing good the way we are.
It's fine.
Worst case, we can just tell each other what you can add to things.
Exactly.
Your thing.
Okay, so yeah, you break it down and you start picking the lock. It's a very unique skill for Parrish to do. He's never really done this before, so it takes him a little bit of time. But ultimately, after realizing he gets into Ari's body and his mindset, and he goes, "Okay, WWAD. What would Ari do?" You take a moment and fiddle with the lock a little bit more, and you feel it tug and unlock a little bit, and you go on to the next lock, connecting. They're all shackled together, but then they're shackled individually. So then you start lock picking. You don't have to do a check for this one. Once you get the hang of it, it's all the same lock. It's like cabin. It's locker room locks. Start after your fourth lock pick, you're able to get all these Githyanki freed, and you take a closer inspection, and they are very weak. Githyanki are naturally kind of skinnier, of a skinnier species, but these guys, they look very malnourished, very sickly. They don't have really any gear on them, and they're looking at you and they're shaking their heads. No, they're telling you to run, but they're not. They have no voice. They're just run.
Do I see any traps?
Make a perception check.
You're good.
You're raging. I believe you get your strength to that kid.
Actually, also
which makes 0 sense.
20. Roll in that 20.
Oh, nice.
Well, then you just see the world.
You don't see any traps, but you do see large footprints on the ground that seem to be about the same size footprints that you, as current Ortega, would normally have. And they are not from you.
I think
also, if you're
share it with the party.
Also, if you're raging, you're totally 14 feet tall right now.
Nice. Parashari's gonna just be squirting some Gatorade into these three's mouths, try and, get parched. I get it. Give them some granola bars.
You do know that
Ari, you can give them a little. We can heal folks a little if you need be. Maybe not now, maybe save it. I'm not sure, but know that you're not the only person around here who can weave together wounds.
Lady Tatiana, can you tell how bad off they are? Are they stricken with a disease? Have they just been malnourished for a while? Your eyes will be able to tell it better than Ari's.
Okay.
You know,
Take a look suspended
for a jugular. Extend that proficiency to the rest of it.
You can make a medicine check.
All right. Well, sure. Let me figure out how I do this from here.
Just a straight D20 and then add proficiency. You're proficient in it. We're not going to add, because your character, you're even though you're in the body of the character, you're still not sure exactly how that character would do these things. That you don't have the knowledge. It's just like trained body behavior. So that's why even Ortega, when he burst through the door, it wasn't as powerful as it could have been, because it's like he doesn't even know his own strength.
Watching Ari explain calmly and rationally something that real Ari has no idea about is a weirdly disempowering.
Okay. So that would be adding my proficiency bonus 17.
You're able to see, just from what Parrish has mentioned, they do look just straight up malnourished. You do see the female Githyanki in there. There's 2 males and a female. The female Githyanki seems to have some cuts, kind of in places that may seem it would prohibit them running away. The Achilles heel would be a prime example. They also don't seem to have the same kind of outfits and gear that you guys are currently wearing. They're still wearing their traditional Githyanki garb, minus all of the armor that they would typically have on. They don't seem like they're on death's door by any chance, but they definitely could use a lot more Gatorade.
All right. They're not running anywhere.
The Githyanki that was with you, Zavok, Zokar. He looks at his party. If it's all the same to you, I can stay here, protect them, strengthen numbers, and if you find more, I can. If they're not moving, if they can't walk, we shouldn't force them.
I see tracks heading over that way. You tell me anything I should know about that creature, person, thing. And at this point, remember, apparently I am now 14 feet tall. I did not realize that raging also made me turn giant at the same time. Yeah. I thought those were different things.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Well, so he bends down on one knee and I guess still towers over these poor people, asks kindly, the way that Ortega often can. Is there anything that I should know about that thing?
He thinks for a moment. For a creature your size, he's awfully quiet, and he moves in a way that is not normal. That's all I really know.
I believe him.
Make an insight check.
14. The die.
Ortega is proficient, so magic proficiency.
That's 17.
Perfect. You can tell he does tell the truth. He doesn't have a whole lot of information because, like the rest of his party, he's also been locked inside these cabins. The only thing that he knows is from what he's been able to see or hear.
Are there others in the other cabins?
Yes, I was in the other cabin. So there should be a couple more in one of the cabins, and then the remainder in the other.
Perhaps one of us should stand watch. We've already made a bit of noise. If there is something to be afraid of, and it moves quietly, it might serve us to have a bit more stealth.
And I can do a better stealth check with my rage. Crazy. A stealth check with rage now.
Like, how does a 14-foot tall screaming angry
advantage on stealth
crouches?
What was your question, Kyle?
Is everybody in the cabin right now?
No. Talus's body is currently outside the cabin, lifting the hammers like bicep curl wise, trying to make her arms stronger.
Is anybody else?
My arms are plenty strong. I think I'm also probably outside.
Yeah, I think Ortega body broke down the door. I don't know if he left. I unhinged locks. Parrish body looked at wounds.
So 3 of you are in the cabin.
The 3 of us were inside.
Aw.
Okay. So for the 2 that are outside, I need you guys to make a perception check for me, please.
11. I don't know if she's proficient, but if she is, add 3 to it, I guess.
I am.
All right, yeah, plus 3. 14.
I got 4 on the die. I'm very distracted by Ortega.
She's like, why are you bicep curling? My body is fine.
So,
but I'm looking so swole.
The body of Talus, out of the corner of your eye, standing near the lake, but not. So you're looking at the cabin, and just out of your peripheral, you kind of see a little bit of the lake, and you thought you saw something move, and you turn and you look, and you see the lake. So just from what you like, but you see footprints. Mm-hmm. You don't quite see anything else. And for the body of Tatiana, you're still just, looking at your own body. You're like, man, I'm pale. you're touching your teeth a little bit, like, oh, okay.
We're not alone out here, Dallas. Something just ran across the beach. I can see the footprints. I don't see it now, but something out there.
Okay. I'm concerned about the other cabins.
Want to check them out?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
So you,
And we'll make our way over to the next cabin.
I don't know if we did.
This is probably all going on while they're medicine checking and stuff.
Ortega.
Do you?
No.
Well, yeah.
It's fine. I'm moving you guys respectively.
I'd like to just take a moment with Lady Tatiana, and while she's doing the medicine checks, kind of just say, I understand that you're incredibly proficient with the ending of a life. That is something to be proud of in its own right. Tap into that.
I'm
Is
good at it.
the same vein as saving it. You know what it is to end a life. It is not that much farther to save one. You've been at the edge. I just ask that you help save these people.
You want me to do something? See, I told you, you have to say, Tati, do this, and stop with the riddle speaking. Just tell me what to do.
Very well.
Do I have to touch them? Do I have to bite them? Do I, slap a bandage on it?
Rarely, occasionally, but if we are in combat, yes, ask for who the bell tolls. Best way to hurt someone and bring them closer to death. I'll try and explain the cantrip that I would probably use to actually hurt someone.
Okay, but wait, now we're not sure.
Tega's long ears perked up when she said bite them.
Fair. Yeah, that's all the moment I wanted to have.
Alice's body is going to take one of the hatchets and kind of flip it around and try to break whatever locking mechanism is on this next door with the back of the hatchet by just hitting it, which is something that Ortega would do.
Okay. Yeah. Go to do a strength. Yeah. This is kind of just an athletics check.
I don't know if she's good at that or not, but I got a 12 on the die.
Above average.
He is actually good at that.
Proficient. I am proficient.
Ooh. So 12 plus whatever gets at it, I guess.
So
15 if it's just the proficiency, I guess. I don't know if she's got strength or not.
this lock does seem to be a little bit harder to break open. It seems to be one of the thicker locks. You're not able to break it open. You're hacking it and hacking it and hacking it. But it's pretty big. You get the...
Hey, Taylor, I told you. You gotta work out a little more.
I don't think I'm the problem here.
You get the feeling that this may be like the kind of like the main, like the maybe what was a little bit like the counselor's building or the meeting room or something like that. It's a bigger building, but not by much compared to the others.
Is there a window nearby?
There are a few windows. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gonna walk over to the next window and just smash it open with like a firefighter would trying to get into a building to unlock a door. He's just gonna smash the window and climb in that way.
Yeah, it goes like there's like a little bit of a patio, and then there's the main door, and there's two giant windows. They've both actually been kind of broken in, like smashed.
Oh. Why did we even try the door?
It wouldn't have been big enough for Ortega to leap through, but they're small. Like it's big enough that you could, with maybe trying as hard as you can to avoid the broken pieces of glass, could probably get through.
Well, Talis, why don't we send Tati's body through so that I don't wreck yours?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's the reason. I'll climb through the window.
Okay. So if you climb through the window, I need you to make a dexterity. Acrobatic or athletics is proficient in either. Let's see. Yeah, it's proficient in acrobatics. You're fine.
Okay.
While she's climbing in the window. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Silly.
And while she's climbing in the window, Ortega is going to start looking in pouches while she is going in the building.
Oh, look at my pouches.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
no. Oh no.
So, let's do.
Thought it would come up.
Let's do Ortega's part first.
I knew this would happen.
As the body of Tatiana slowly creeps over, avoiding the glass and kind of gets out of your view, duck in so that you're not being shown or seen by anybody.
You start rooting through the fanny pack and the backpack of Callus's body and find inside the pack the good berry and the note from Io and the Jewel of Free Prayers.
As soon as Ortega sees it, he just closes the pack back up. He doesn't take anything out. He just closes it back up, pretends like nothing happened.
I need a perception check with disadvantage.
Remember, you got your bardic inspiration from your stunning costume.
Is it bardic inspiration or
It's real.
No, it's
real.
it's basically.
Oh,
you get
sorry,
to reroll. Yeah.
can we choose to do it after or have to declare it before?
Yeah, inspiration works. You can do whatever you want,
Yeah, it's like a luck point.
but only before I declare it. So I'll give you guys a chance to figure it out. But
You gonna roll some perception there, Alice?
Oh, I'm doing the perception check?
no, Ortega is.
She's proficient, so I think it's like an 11.
And it's with disadvantage.
Yeah, that was my lowest roll, is an 8 plus whatever.
So
It was an 8 and a 9.
as you put the backpack back on, you turn around and you take a look. You see, just for a moment, a large, hulking figure wielding a single machete-like short sword.
Talus.
As Tatiana looks inside, the body of Talus lets out a blood-curdling scream. What do you do?
Immediately abandoned ship.
Trying to explain the finer points of life and death to Lady Tatiana and Parrish's body. It's like, we need to go.
Actually, you three in the other room, you would have heard this scream as well.
Yeah.
I turn around and immediately start thundering towards it.
I neglected to mention it because it probably would have happened a minute after we got here, but maybe just the spook finally shook the illusion off. Lady Tatiana Parrish's eyes have now gone black and red, not just a normal elven eye, and their skin color has changed from probably a drow pigment to ashen white. Nice. I use thaumaturgy all the time to look normal.
Well, this is something I'm more familiar with. Cat's out of the bag?
Cat's out of the bag. The cat might be getting stabbed. Perhaps we take the med pack. I'll head out the door.
This thing?
If you were ever going to learn how to use that thing, that sounded like our captain.
Oh.
Maybe one life that you'd like to save.
Yes. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna leave them.
Sure, they'll be fine. They're not where the stabbing's happening. Also, brief note, you're blessed by the Raven Queen. Do with that what you will. Minor teleport and she'll protect your life.
Why are you just standing there? Let's go!
Most Tatiana line ever.
You guys run out the cabin, the three of you. Before we get, so as you guys are running out, Talus, you're in this cabin, and you do, for a brief moment, you do see that there are actually two female Githyanki in the room, and then you hear the scream. You turn around, or what do you do? You hear the scream.
Yeah, I'm 100% gonna turn around and backtrack.
You yourself get, murdered. It's not.
I can't let that happen.
As you turn around and you look through the window, you notice that there's a pile of blood and one of your arms, but the rest of you is missing.
Oh, I can't fix that.
What?
Okay. Cool. No big deal. Do I have any sense of direction associated with this? Like maybe like a blood trail or something that I could pick up on?
It looked.
I mean, Ari has tracks. Sorry, Ortega Ari has tracks that I'm following, right?
There's the one that you saw. It's very hard to tell. It's like Zarok said, or Zavok said. I forget his name so quick. Zokar. No, I should. I think
Zokar.
Yeah,
I mean, I was just calling him Zoro, so
yeah, whatever. I mean, so Zokar has kind of said that he moves differently. So like you see a step, but then there's no other steps, and then you see another step, and there's no other step. It's very hard to.
Does it align with the blood? Does it align with the blood trail?
When you guys get over to so as Tatiana gets out, or I guess as Alice Tatiana gets out, and you guys meet up. And you see the arm, the blood trail. You do see the giant foot, and then the arm is like twitching a little bit.
It's holding one of the axes, the hatchets.
It would be holding it would be holding one of the.
I think I'm actually gonna throw up.
Like, I look over to Parrish, to the one that looks like Parrish. I'm just like, what do we do with this?
I just imagine the one like Parrish is licking their lips right now.
Sure. So, yes. The bodies of Ortega, Ari, and Parrish come bolting out the door, and the body of Tatiana leaps through and sees this twitching hand and a pile of blood all over the patio of this cabin. The backpack, unfortunately, didn't make it. It is on the ground. The body of Parrish was the last to run out the door, and in the midst of everything that had gone on, no one was looking behind them, and you finally look around and you notice that body of Parrish also missing.
Everyone, I think perhaps circling up back to back might not be the worst idea.
Any new evidence? Is there any like I'm looking to use my action to investigate or perceive, and my movement to circle back with the crew, my bonus action to stay huge.
I'm going to give the help action.
Okay.
And that was a 3, so I don't think I perceived much.
You have advantage.
That is an 8. I don't know how much I see. I'm very scared.
You have the inspiration dice if you need it.
Like, if there's something major to see now, then yeah, I'm going to spend it. See what I can see.
We'll see.
That's a 19.
So
that's cool. Yeah. Okay. I don't know I do not know what my modifiers are.
That's okay. It was
rage investigating.
It was over 20. That's what you needed to make sure you get over 20.
Ooh.
As you look around and you see in the he's actually probably like kind of like right here on the map at this point. There's another tree line, and you see this being large, bearing. I'll show you the picture. Like,
oh yeah, no, spooky as edit. Spooky as edit.
Spooky as edited. Wait, where's the picture? How do I see it?
Right there, on my camera.
Yep.
Hold on. Sorry. Oh no. Look at all the skulls he's wearing. I feel he's a gentle fellow. That's the most D&D Jason Death Knight I've ever seen.
That's so cool.
Just a couple minutes. Sorry, folks.
So cool.
So you see that.
Oh my gosh.
You see that just hulking at the tree line, and it makes eye contact with you, and it just starts walking forward.
No, that's the worst direction.
I look over to Lady Tatiana, who I know is Ortega, and I say, I promise I'll take good care. But for now, looking back, and I start walking towards it, the same pace, matching its gaze.
Oh my god!
A 14-foot tall Ortega is walking towards it, dragging 2 canoe paddles, windbreaker flapping gently off of the lake breeze.
Okay, all right. As soon as you get within about 30 feet of it, have to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
What do I get as a wisdom modifier?
Well, you would use Ortega's wisdom.
+1, I think.
So it's 11.
Even though you are this big hulking thing, watching this character that you're basically playing chicken with, you immediately get filled with this sense of dread as you go,
oh shit.
Nope, and you turn around. As you turn around and you look back, gone.
I look to Ortega, Alice, I look to the whole group and I'm like, I don't know what. I've never felt so strong and been so scared. And he's padding around for his guns. He can't find him. He's panicking a little bit.
The four of you here, you do notice more so. All of these encounters have happened when someone is alone. So as you guys are staying grouped together, it doesn't seem to be as effective at coming after you. It's when the outliers start to happen, or when there's multiple people. Ortega, Ari Ortega, you were around, but you just couldn't. You were looking off in the direction while no one else was, which is why I wasn't able to physically come after you as quick as it was able to come after the other two. The two Githyanki that are in there, in the cabin, they seem to be the ones that have a little bit more, from what the Tatiana Talus was able to see. They actually are the ones that were able to create the portal, the little ball that the Githyankis that you were with, Zokar, he was in this room. You can see that there's empty shackles in this room, versus the other.
So we're still missing one Githyanki?
There's still one Githyanki missing.
Fishing hut?
There's a third cabin.
Oh, that's probably better.
I vote we stay together and move quietly, carefully.
Perhaps
I will.
around.
I will. As they head into a cabin, I will essentially double wielding canoe paddles. I will, with my back to them, keep an eye out on the beach, the area. Really scared.
Okay. Are you guys moving on? Yeah. Are you guys moving on to the next?
I think so.
Yeah, they're moving up. I've got the rear.
It's funny that I was able to just make the roofs as tokens. Okay, so
That's cute.
you three. So you guys get to this third cabin, and you notice that it's
Am I still with them?
no, you are not. I
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I think I'm.
there we go. Bloop, bloop.
Well,
You guys are somewhere else. But if I remove the tokens, then you guys.
Sorry, I don't think I said this out loud, and I meant to. I am holding and maintaining Talus's arm. I've tied it onto my back, or no, rather my waist. I've used any sort of quarter rope I would have found, which I know that Ortega has, or some sort of extra belt, buckles, something, and I would have strapped it onto my belt. So it's Talus's arm is hanging off the side of my hip.
Okay. And
hanging by a thread.
Who grabbed the backpack? Alice's backpack.
I would
have grabbed that 100%. That's my shit.
Okay.
Well, you grab your shit. I've got your arm. Maybe I'll club someone to death with your arm.
It would make me feel a little bit better.
See what I can do.
So you three go to this third and final cabin. It is not locked. The windows, however, are boarded up. The door itself is not locked. Jiggle it, and you hear on the inside moaning and groaning from the sound of Talus's body. So Ortega Talus, you come to. You're missing an arm in your backpack.
Oh my.
And you are losing a lot of blood at this point. You're able to find some scraps, and you're kind of wrapping yourself around really quickly, just using some knowledge of, as much as you can. And you see
Ortega's got some knowledge of how to stop a wound from bleeding.
I mean, it's a big wound, but
he knows how to tourniquet. He lived in the Feywild. He's cut off some limbs.
Yeah. And you do see beside you in a very unconscious Parrish body.
Oh, screw that. He's probably using stuff on Parrish's body to, like, tourniquet.
Has an actual tourniquet.
Yeah. The body actually has a tourniquet.
No need to fashion one. I have a tourniquet.
You do, as you are, like, shaking, like, and, moving Parrish over during this time before they've come into the room, you do feel as though there is no soul whatsoever, which is in Parrish's body. You can't get them to respond. It's like very lifeless. You can feel breathing, like the body itself is still very much alive. There just doesn't seem to be anything going on up top. It's almost as if the soul itself has left the body. The soul of Tatiana is not there. She doesn't have a good track record right now, sadly. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Tati, but I'm gonna have to take this and do this myself. Starts tourniqueting Alice's left arm above the elbow.
Still outside, I think.
Yeah, you three, the other three are still outside right now. Are you going in? Because you've kind of heard Alice and Ortega.
Yeah, I'm getting in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there are steps into the cabin or just like a small whatever. I am essentially with my back to the cabin door, looking out back.
Okay.
Watching their six, but I'm right by them.
You guys all get into this shack. It's the smallest cabin of the three. There's actually only one bunk that still seems standing, and the bunk itself has a name at the foot of the bed, and the name you read is Jasano Vormir. J''Sono Vormir. Vormyre. Jasano Vormir. And you see there are papers, discarded papers, ripped and rotted, but it's enough that you can make out a little bit. See, they're old, and they have pictures of a young boy on the front. It looks like it's a paper clipping. Any further investigation is going to require an investigation. And then also you see, a being out Alice unconscious.
I was going to say, I think I would like to run over to my body and check in with Ortega. And just, like, in that way that, like, you can't necessarily help somebody, but you come over and you, like, make busy anyways. So I, like, come rushing to, like, fumble with their tourniquet as if that'll help and just go...
And Ortega is just going to go, no, just tie it right here. Tie it.
I'm tying it.
And he's just going to look for like a little bit of like broken board that's like about 6 inches long and thick enough to like, he's like, all right, now tuck this in the knot and spin it.
Yeah.
See how it's getting tighter? Keep going. There you go. Now we just got to figure out how to get that back on here.
I've got it. He pulls out from the front door, and you see Talus's arm kind of wave out. Do a little wave.
Ortega, get in here before you get got.
Yo, Ortega, look.
I'm running.
Ortega, look.
I run inside, detaching Talus's arm from my belt, which is a sentence I didn't think I would say today at all. And I bring it in, and I'm just like, first off, I'm huge, like kind of trying to plug it in, I guess. And I look over at it, and I see an unconscious Parrish. I'm like, that's not good for the person who I thought would be able to help with this altogether.
No, she's not in there anymore. Body's breathing, but you're on mute.
You finish what you were saying. Okay. If you can hear me.
Yeah, we can.
I would say he has a block of incense on him. Perhaps we could use it to wake him up. It doesn't appear that he's sustained a great amount of damage. At the very least, he could staunch the bleed, stabilize.
There's the body's breathing, but there's nothing in there. There's no soul. I've seen bodies with souls inside bodies without souls. It doesn't got nothing in there.
Verify.
Well, fuck.
Well, fuck. Anyone else see that giant sword-wielding butcher? I look over.
Yeah, right before they cut this damn arm off.
Yeah, no, that fits together. I don't think this is working. You're just like slapping steaks together, essentially, at this point.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
arm attachment not going in Ortega Talis and Talis Tatiana's.
Oh, is it not like Lego? Damn.
It's not. You can't just take the little arm off and stick it back on.
Sorry, he comes after you as soon as you're alone. We gotta lure it by making it think one of us is alone when we're not actually alone.
Well, that seems doable, though I must say, I attempted to approach it. I was compelled away. Now, I would love another chance because I have not yet been physically capable of ripping something in half, and this one seems like he deserves it. I would love to try again if I can be that bait. I also feel I might be more vertically situated to absorb the blow.
Were I in my own body, I would happily volunteer, but I don't feel that this is a body that I could offer up for the task. I could lay in wait, though. Ari, you seem the sort that lie in wait for a predator.
Yes, I do feel like a trap is going to be required. I don't plan on fighting this thing alone. Me too, Ortega, Talis. No one else is losing an arm today. We're going to kill it.
I hope not.
And I just want to investigate around. Is there anything else? Because like if I've seen this name token, seen these things, is there anything else with my apparently advantaged investigation sense that I can notice as I prepare to try and go be bait?
Yeah, go make an investigation. And Ortega
That's
does not have proficiency on this, but
13. Very Halloween-y number. Yeah.
So you did notice the paper clippings, the articles of the newspapers. As you look down and you pick one up, you see the headline of the little boy. It seems to be a pale, some sort of bugbear entity that you can. The face is a little distorted. Maybe a half an orc, maybe an ogre, something along that kind of beefiness in terms of facial structures. And you see the article, it says, local boy drowned at camp, mother devastated. And you look further and you read down the article a little bit and read something about how at this camp, and this article seems to be at a date that doesn't make sense to you because the date is ancient and it's irrelevant. The date doesn't matter to you. But you get the picture that you get the idea that it's really old. And the article says the mother was local cook for the camp. She brought her son along. Her son went out rowing one day and drowned. He was carrying the locket that the mother had given him, and the locket was never recovered. The mother went crazy, killing as many of the camp counselors and camp attendees as possible before her father, the Gisano's father, came and ended the mother's life with a large sword. The father went missing not too long after that, and that is all the article seems to that you can read.
I relay that to the party and say, we seem to be dealing with some otherworldly cosmic nonsense of evil. This locket seems to be something that drives it. Has anyone seen a locket? Should we try and find the locket? Should I just go be bait? We need to kill this thing, or we need to at least satisfy its spirit of vengeance.
Bait only works if we have a trap that is able to kill or trap this thing. I'm not confident that we do.
I feel confident I can kill it.
No offense, Ari. Don't.
Your confidence right now is borrowed rage, and I'm afraid that may run out in the face of this. We need to rely on each other.
The rage may be intoxicating and clouding my judgment. How then do we best trap this entity?
The story said the locket was lost.
Limitations.
He drowned with the locket, right? So isn't the locket in the lake?
One would assume.
Anyone have an ability to Find an object, see an object, manifest an object.
I have that spell.
Moreover, if someone could make an illusion of a locket, it might drive a creature towards them. Might be handy for a trap is all I'm saying. I feel like there are two initiatives. One, find the actual locket. Two, motivate it by using the locket as a trap to lure it in.
Ideally, we should not split up, nor should we leave the Githyanki that we came here to protect alone. Ideally.
Is he still with the other Githyanki?
Yes,
No.
but wasn't there a seventh? We came into this cabin expecting there to be one more, so where's the seventh?
Oh, that's a DM question.
Shucks.
Freak out. Dun, 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 dun. I do love a Kyle Halloween episode.
Wish Parish stuck around. Eyes of the Grave seems like it'd be very useful.
Yeah.
No, that's
The location of an undead within 60 feet. Only that is have divination magic.
It'd be Jason Radar.
Yeah, four times long rest Jason Radar would be a fun thing to do. But let's do it blind.
Well, and I look over to Tatiana with her severed freaking arm. Oh my god.
Callus. Callus has a severed arm.
Oh, sorry, that's what I meant. I apologize. Talus' severed arm. Sorry, did I say Tatiana? My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Slip of the tongue. And so I kneel down to who is Ortega. I'm just like, you've already been through a lot, but I feel like this body might also need to go through a lot to solve this. Are you okay if I take a run? Do what I can with this vessel. It's yours, and I steer all my ships carefully. You okay if I fight this thing?
Not one-on-one.
What about in terms of a trap and me being bait?
As much as I like that idea, I think it feeds on the weak. Not weak. That's a bad word.
It subdued two of us without any of us knowing. Matter your
At a moment, there's got to be more to it than that.
If we can set a trap, we're gonna need someone who can take one giant hit. Right now, Ortega, I know you've been through a lot today.
I agree with that, but I think we need to find the locket.
Well, when the time comes that we fight this thing.
Yeah. You can be the sacrificial goat. That's fine.
Not the way I would have described it, but I will leap head first into reckless abandon of violence, as you have inspired me before. Mostly, you've told me a lot about respect lately. That extends when I'm a guest in your home.
I need everybody to make a perception check.
I thought that would be an initiative.
Actually did. I'm actually not gonna do that.
Well, tonight, except for those first checks.
I mean, it's
Roll a 14.
Natural 2.
Don't forget that we have inspirations. Don't forget we have inspirations.
I don't. I use mine.
To take it. I'm not proficient. Metagamey as it is, I'm not gonna double down on a bad roll.
Yeah, I got 14 plus 3 for
Well, that's better than my 11 plus 3 for 14.
I rolled a 14, or I don't know what.
It was a perception. As you guys are all around the window, basically see the tip of the machete come bursting through the window. It pulls back. And not too long after that, the second window again pulls back. As every time it does it, it kind of makes a couple swings here and there to try to hit something.
Like to try, and when it jabs through the window, if I can, when it does it next, I would like to grab its wrist.
Okay.
And try and slam it to the ground. I guess it's a grapple.
So as soon as you kind of there's 2 windows in the front and 2 on the side, and then 1 in the back.
So I'll sneak up to the back wall, waiting.
And then again, it starts to take a big swipe. It is going to try to hit you.
Fine.
It's what he's been asking for.
It's what you've been asking for. Who should I roll again? I don't have any dice down here. Fine. So it's going to be Well, I mean, it doesn't actually need to roll to hit. Let's put it that way.
Oh no.
Oh no.
One of those.
It's one of those. You take 15 points of slashing damage.
Have.
And then you also take 18 points of necrotic.
Does that have?
Not good.
Nope.
You don't get to have that unless you're.
I don't know how many hit points I have.
So that's 25. So 69 minus 25 is 46. 44,
then-
sorry.
You also take 20 more points of slashing damage, which
Have. So you're at 35, 34.
and then 19 points of necrotic damage.
Oh no.
It's flailing at you, basically wildly.
You have 15
Can I-
points of health left.
Sorry, can I try and do something in this mad frenzy of violence?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's
As
also
it's
trying to
reaching
grab
for the
the.
window?
He's also basically like you're trying to grab the arm as it's slashing at you, which is why it's happening. But you can try to make a grapple check, and then you can also you can all try to do something.
I'll wait to resolve the grapple check, or we can do initiative or something.
So I rolled a 14 again, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's your raging.
You get advantage because you're raging,
Raging.
and you add a 6.
18
You're able to grab.
plus
the
6 is
arm.
24.
You're able to grab.
So as I'm slashed up, at least grapple this arm in my giant form and hold it still. I got him. I've got Jason grappled.
Can I wanted to forceful shot a bolt through his forearm into the wall.
Ooh.
Make your attack roll.
So I'm holding it up. I can
Just holding it, and I'm just gonna put the crossbow against it. And
Like Ortega Ari can feel the power behind this arm itself as it's like contesting at every moment.
If I have him grappled, doesn't he have advantage on it?
Yeah.
cool. First roll's a 9. Second roll's a 19.
Yes. Let's go.
That will hit.
Excellent. Would you like a damage roll? Does it matter?
I mean, you can certainly give me the damage roll.
I expended a forceful shot grit point.
Yeah.
Technically, they'd have to make a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away, but I thought just flavor flea it could pin to the wall.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You just see the arm go against the wall. As you can just see the dagger, the machete in his hand is like it's. There's definitely like an impalement arm being impaled right now.
11 damage, and I shout, "Run!"
Down.
I does it get an attack of opportunity if it's grappled and pinned against a wall?
You don't know. I will say though, like you can see the arm like as it's like trying to like move, and as he shouts "run," you see it just stop moving for a second, and then you start to see the entire body start phasing wall as it cuts the floor kind of just right out, and you just
Run.
like from the wall, the face just starts to appear, but it's in this point where it's like stuck between the wall as it's just basically getting out of the forceful shot.
While it's phasing, I'm running. I'll follow. I'll run.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
I guess Talus's body is going to follow the party and fire a couple of pot shots with Eldritch Blast as he runs away.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm assuming that they're not going to do much anyway, and they probably fly past it. It doesn't hit. I'm just going to say, like, they're wild.
They're wild.
They're just kind of like he's doing it behind them.
It's just kind of like flash. You do notice that you guys are running your full run speed at this point, and it's walking. It's now phased through completely. It's not even going through the door. It's just going through the door. It's not even opening the door. And it's machete that had actually fallen to the ground as it was phasing now picked it up, and it starts walking continuously in the direction that they're coming. Where are you guys running to?
Parrish is gonna shout to the boat. There was boat moored.
Yeah.
Boat moored.
There was a boat. Yes.
I'm into boats.
This is not something we're solving with violence.
There's a boat. It's enough for 4 people. You guys are.
Does that make you feel weak?
Yes, incredibly.
Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Though.
As you guys are running towards the boat, Even though you've clocked distance that you are between it, Jasana, and yourselves, every time you look back, he seems exponentially closer than he was before. Every time you guys look away, he's closer and closer. You guys are running. You guys use your full movement speed to get to the dock and to the boat. And as you guys get to the boat, see standing. You guys are safely at the dock. Give or take around here, and he does not seem to be able to step foot on or in the water.
That's fortunate. So the amulet might be in the water, we hope?
Tatiana, me, I don't have to breathe, I don't think. I think what I've been doing is just breathing out of habit, but I can try not breathing if we think the locket is at the bottom of the lake.
I do have follow-up questions, but that does seem like...
I agree. And at this point, like, I've taken a knee on the dock. I'm just cut up. I'm bleeding. And I look at Tatiana Ortega, and I just say, sorry. So I guess I'll stay generally like kind of on a lookout role. I don't know if there's time for me to take a short rest if someone's going underwater, but I'll leave that to you.
I would say
You can second wind.
yeah, there is that option.
I don't know.
That's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Second wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, your character can second wind.
My character in the second wind?
It's a level 1 fighter ability.
Oh, sweet! I've never used that before. I've never gotten this hurt before. So I will
roll a
do
d10
that.
plus 2, and then you add that to your hit points.
I will say that there is absolutely
6.
no time for a short rest. Time doesn't seem to be passing as normally either here.
Okay, well, I'll take the 6
Jason's
points of
time
healing.
right now.
Space, yeah, the space. And this undead pursuer entity that seems to just stop in its tracks is literally almost on pause. It has not moved. It has not made a movement whatsoever as it is standing at the head of the dock.
I'm gonna throw a pot shot at it to see if it does anything. Like I'm not gonna try and hit it because I don't want to antagonize it, but I want to just miss it.
Okay.
And see if it doesn't, if it even flinches or reacts.
So attack, I guess, and deliberately miss.
Maybe?
Yes, I would like to miss. Let me roll a d20. 15 on the die.
So the Eldritch Blast just kind of right past, and it's just like it stands there. It doesn't even notice the Eldritch Blast happen. It does, however, attempt to make a step onto the dock. It's very hesitant, but you get the feeling that as soon as its intelligence starts to kick in, even a little bit of it.
Oh.
What do you do?
Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Get in the boat.
Yeah.
Get in the boat.
You may need to be slightly smaller if we're all going to fit.
Slightly.
On my lap, then.
If you break your rage, Ari, you can do it 2 more times.
Yeah.
Not getting a point of exhaustion.
No.
Bonus?
Great. I will break my rage and shrink down, and then I can sit alone.
You can sit on my lap.
I might need to. But he's messed up.
So you guys start to row out into this moonlit lake. The lake is quiet, no wave, just a casual stroke every time you move the boat. And you get to what you feel is in the center, and you notice that the moon, look down at the lake and you look up, and the moon from where it's shining directly above you. You can actually look down and you almost see the bottom of this lake, and you can start to see something shiny, very bottom. For Ortega, this is very similar to something shiny that you would have found in the Emerald Grotto Cave. Almost a similar layout, actually. That's a very large pit, and at the bottom of this pit is the something shiny. You can't quite make out anything underneath the layer. You just see a flick of light as this light reflects off the item glow.
Ortega's gonna motion to Talus and point down at it and go, I'm assuming you're the one going for it. That's eerily similar to when the octopus attacked me, so please be careful.
I'm always careful. And I'm just gonna jump and dive right in.
And he's going to look at Parrish and Ari and go, she is not always careful.
I'm getting that.
So
I don't feel like I get to criticize looking at the wounds all over me.
I'm gonna lean into Ortega as Ari and whisper into your ear, heal, and give you 5 HP with healing word.
So, Talus.
Oh my god.
That's like, as the wounds start to knit together, Ari just like feels more than his wounds.
Oh.
Yes, Ari, that's what it's like when I get healed by you, alright?
Just glad I
Not
could be
the
a part of
spell.
it.
He looks down at little Ari, and no, he doesn't say anything.
Hey, you're getting the part of me. I like it.
So, Talus, you jump in, and your natural instinct is to hold your breath. And as you jump in, even though the water on the exterior clear and see all the way down, as you jump in, you feel things grabbing at you. Look, and you open your eyes and from the initial breach of the water, and you look in and you see hundreds, if not thousands, of souls and spirits swirling around you. And you take a closer look and you see the spirit of Tatiana breeze by as she's in this swirling vortex of souls, and every now and then they'll reach out and they try to grab at you. And at one point you actually feel as though one takes hold and you let out a and you're the air that you were holding, you're like, oh, I'm gonna choke. And you're like, hey, I'm not choking. And as the hands start to grab you, you realize that it's incorporeal. They're not actually grabbing you or taking hold. You're able to swim down as they're consistently swirling around, grabbing you. The sound of the moans and the screams and the howls bursting your eardrums as all you can do is just, actually make a Constitution saving throw. Let's see if you can.
I'm so good at this. Natural 19. Let's go.
So you're able to maintain your composure as you're feeling this scream and the fear, looming over you, and you're like, no, I can do this. And you push yourself further and further and further down. 30 feet, 40 feet, 60, 70, 80, 100 down. Finally get bottom. See a skeletal figure of looks like a young child, bugbear or larger body mass. Oh, it's a younger child. And around the spinal cord, the neck, is the locket as it's shimmering in front of you. Souls and the spirit, they seem to be drawn to this locket. You see them kind of get sucked in every now and then. What do you do?
It's just bones. Nothing I think her first instinct is she just wants to cradle it, but I think realizing that it's just bones, she's just gonna reach for the locket instead. Make a strength. Okay.
Just to see if you can off of the bone.
That's another natural 19.
Oh, amazing.
All right. So you grab the locket, and even though you're underwater, you normally would take a little bit of effort. You're able to pull it off with relative ease, and the head that it was attached to kind of just as it kind of floats down as you pull the locket out, look at it, and it's this dark green algae filled pendant, and you click it and you open it up, and there's a picture of an elderly woman, an ogre or in nature, and you see Tatiana might actually speak this language. Yes, okay, she actually speaks this language. In Infernal, you see an inscription, and you're able to read it. The eyes of Tatiana, you're able to read it. And the inscription is so there are pictures on the right side, and on the left side where as you click it and it opens up, says, by the souls bound in torment and strife, in this pendant now end your endless life. Moonlit night, your time is nigh. To the plane of oblivion you must fly.
The inscription once more, please.
Okay. I will put it in the chat for you guys. It is wordy. Oh, I understand. But for our listeners, by the souls bound in torment and strife, in this pendant now end your endless life. Moonlit night, your time is nigh. To the plane of oblivion must fly.
the locket is open right now.
Yeah, as you were messing around and you were able to open it, and you saw the picture of the mother, and then on the other side is the inscription.
Okay. I think I'm just going to start swimming back up to the boat.
As you're swimming back up to the boat, you see the souls that are swirling around you, the green and the purple, blue essences of all of these creatures. You see Githyanki, and you see mind flayers, and you see all of these other sorts of astral beings, astral elves, and Griff at some point, some Hedozins and Plasmoids, all of these entities and creatures and souls that have been tormented by Gisano Vormir, Lady Tatiana as well. She's swirling. They're getting sucked into this amulet. When you see Lady Tatiana again, you quickly close it so she doesn't get sucked into the amulet as you take a breath again, even though you never needed it. As you look down, you see that the water is clear again, but you can still feel the spirit and the cold and the chill as they swirl around your lower half of your body. For the other three of you looking in, you see none of it.
They're all down there. All of the spirits. They're down there and they're in here, and I think we have to do something.
Do we know what the pendant says?
Yeah, I'll communicate that to you.
No great superstition, but it seems to me like this pendant will end this thing that we cannot kill, ending your endless life. When the moon is lit. What time is it now?
Well, I did say that it was
timeless.
It is
moonlit, but bright.
It is.
Oh, that's So
yeah, it is moonlit.
Okay, so we've got moonlight.
The moon is directly above you right now.
To the plane of oblivion, you must fly in this pendant. So we either need to get something out of this pendant, or we need to put him in this pendant.
Or we need to put the pendant on him.
Could be. Contact might be the only way to do it. I look down. I'm healed up now. I say, I would only be able to take one hit on my way in, unless we can trick it, throw it at it. Someone needs to get up there and touch him, and I would like to let you know that it is truly a deadly proposition.
Who's most likely to get in close? Who's most likely to deceive it? Who's most likely to be able to save whoever gets hit?
I don't know what it is to be able to deceive. When I sensed it and when it stabbed me, I felt no soul like a human. I felt fear and death. I don't know if deception is our best route or if it's brute force.
Ortega in Talus's body.
Yes, sir.
You hear the familiar voice again.
But also, shit, yeah.
It's a ritual, you dumbass.
You'll notice I haven't said anything yet, bitch. Alice, whoever talks to you in your noggin says it's a ritual.
Ortega already just looks over at Alice and Tatiana's body. You got someone in your head.
See, that's not what I meant, Ari. What I mean is, like, you know when you hear your thoughts like they're speaking to you?
An internal narrative, yes.
Yeah, it's like that.
I don't think that's from me.
Make a deception check.
Hilarious.
As she's doing
I would totally insight check that.
Yeah, same.
I'm clearly already insight checking, yeah. I'm already... What?
As you guys Parrish, I need you to make an Arcana check.
Cool. I just rolled a nat 20 insight check, though.
I rolled a 19 with plus 3.
I rolled a 4 on Arcana check, so those good rolls came to an end.
What was the deception check?
So it's a 12 on the die. I 5 to deception, but I don't know if I'm using Talus stats right now.
You would, when it comes to a mental thing, you would actually be using Talus the stat.
So that's a 17, a strong.
Cool. It's 27 insight on that.
So, nobody believes you, even though it was very convincing. Unfortunately.
Assure yourself, like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, all right.
Really good. Saved that one.
And sorry, you said the Arcana check was...
Yeah, do I use my stats for that, or that'll be a 5?
You would use your stats. This is something you're thinking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I rolled a 4, and I have a +1 intelligence with no proficiency. So
okay, so despite knowing about rituals, this one just doesn't seem to click with you.
If I was more connected to my body right now, I have something to confess. Matters of life and death are something in my purview.
I go to Lady Tatiana Tallis and I say, we will sort out the details later. For now, you need to help us end this thing. What does that voice mean, Captain?
It's a ritual.
I don't know. I didn't hear a voice.
Said, do a ritual. What ritual?
So that tells me, Ari, that you just gotta follow it by the word.
A ritual with the pendant in the moonlight. Souls bound in torment and strife.
You said there were souls down there?
We need to end a life, and the soul is gonna fly to the plane of oblivion, something like that. I don't know. I'm smart, but I'm not that smart. I don't know how magic rituals work. I hate magic.
Is there any sort of... I didn't roll an insight check or an investigation check on the ritual. Is it worth it for me?
Certainly try.
Is it, what is it? Is it insight? Is it arcana? Is it...
It's Arcana. This is Arcana.
I got nothing on that. Oh.
Yeah, aside from just, reading the word, yeah, really nothing.
I said we tag it with the pendant.
We'll drive a blade through its heart.
I have these canoe paddles.
Why don't we just kill one of the Githyanki as a sacrifice and send them to the plane of oblivion? They're not innocent in all this.
Wow.
He brought us here.
No.
I won't send an innocent creature. I won't send a powerless creature. If I have an option, let's just look at this logistically. There's an evil thing that's already cut me to absolute damn ribbons. I think I would rather send that soul to oblivion than a person who was recently bound. We end the monster. Maybe we can get ourselves out of here and meet back into my own skin.
I would prefer that also.
Yeah, I'm going to call a hard pass on the killing the Githyanki.
I might have read that a little bit wrong.
Those are the hostages we just saved. They're essentially just like, yeah, want to kill a hostage?
No, the way I was reading the ritual was like, you need to do this to like one of your own to like make him just like burst into flames. It's kind of how I read it, as opposed to like sending him to the plane of oblivion. I just read it wrong.
Okay.
Let's do it your way.
Let's do the non-general.
All right.
It's fine.
So
His characters are generally good at that, though.
I'm hurt as hell. I've been healed an additional 11 points for my last injuries, thanks to healing word and thanks to my second wind.
We hope you can survive another hit.
I don't really see another way. I grab I ask to take the locket.
Yeah, I'll hand it over.
I would like to rage.
Okay. You're on the boat.
Ari. Don't Yeah, I think we're probably rowing in.
As we're rowing in, I rage and bound onto the dock.
Okay.
And I run towards this demonic slasher.
So
is he there?
Not there.
I look around.
Make a perception check.
14. Holy shit, I'm rolling nothing but 14s tonight.
Nice. Way better than 13.
You see him, but you have the crazy suspicion that the room with the two Githyanki has some shadows moving around it where it didn't before.
Currently occupied?
Shout it to the party, and I'm not sure if my movement's done. I am heading towards that direction while communicating it to the party.
Did you take the amulet? That was like fully...
Yeah, I've got the amulet.
Well,
I'll follow after you.
Ortega, I think we can't entirely blame it on your personality. The adrenaline in your body seems to make people make stupid fucking decisions.
Yeah. So you guys,
I'll jump onto the dock and follow.
I've never played a barbarian before. This seemed like a good choice.
a barbarian's gonna barbarian. You know what you gotta do. Yes. So as you start running towards the main cabin, you see the door has been opened, and the entity that is Boromir is inside as he's literally killing and absorbing the soul of you get young.
Oh no!
Like at the same time?
Yeah, they have no protection. They were never freed. They were never hit.
I thought we did. Oh, yeah, that's on us. Shit.
Oh no!
Fuck, I'm the one with the lockpick. That's me.
Things happen.
Oh, I thought I did that. Fuck.
Guess it's not just me today, huh, Parrish?
Oh, look, I'll admit, feeling a little stupider in this body as well. Perhaps it explains some bickering.
But with that being said, as you guys burst through the door, it turns around, he looks at you, and I need you guys to roll for initiative.
No.
Can we add our dex bonus that we have in our physical body?
Yeah, physical body initiative.
What's your dex bonus now?
My dex bonus is +2.
Okay, that's a 10 for Ari.
Palace, what's my dex bonus?
+3.
Excellent. 5.
Ari have higher initiative of 9 for Parashari.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. Garbage over here.
One of us is gonna die right off the hop.
Yep.
I mean,
Shotgun.
Clear the initiative order. Okay.
I rolled an 8 with a +2 for a 10 for Ortega Ari.
Ortega Ari.
Yep.
Okay, and Tatiana's initiative,
3 plus whatever Tatiana.
which is
Oh no.
she's got a plus.
That's not good.
Yeah, plus four.
Hey, a strong, hearty 7.
All right, so the single-digit crew rolling in.
And
Oh my god.
what was Parish Ari's?
9.
Cool. So you guys should be able to see the turn order now. And I'm just going to sort by descending. Unfortunately, well, actually, no, the surprise round kind of sort of technically already happened.
It chose to murder. It chose violence.
Yeah. But it got a 19 on its initiative. So it will turn around, and unfortunately, it can't move close enough to you. And when it's looking at you, it cannot teleport. So it is going to just make its one movement forward. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please. Again, Ortega Alice. Or Ortega Ari.
Natural 1.
You're holding the amulet though, right?
Yeah.
You have advantage.
Goodness. All right. Natural 18.
Okay. You are not frightened by this guy, and you are not forced to turn around. Which literally ends its turn. Which
Amazing.
To Ortega is up. Ari Ortega.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not up.
Yeah.
Do I try and just like hit him with it?
Hey man, you're the one who took it and charged in, so it's
What do you do?
I want to
I
say
take the amulet in my hand, and I try and hit him with it while saying the incantation.
Okay, so saying the incantation is going to be an action. You have to make the decision on whether to attack or do the incantation.
He can see me. I'm within physical range.
You can move up one more within range.
But then I'll cut off any support from anybody.
Because you'll be in the building, and the other two aren't.
You know what? I'm gonna draw him out by moving backwards, and I'm going to hold my action as to when he comes out.
Okay.
And do the incantation.
Are you turning around?
No, I'd like to back away slowly.
Okay, so you're on the patio. You are gonna have to make a dex check to see if you don't fall down the stairs.
All right.
Dexterity save or check?
Dexterity save. Sorry, yeah.
It's my dex save.
Would you say that falls under his advantage?
I rolled an 11.
But I guess he's not looking at it, so he can't really see it.
Yeah, you're basically just trying to like walk down backwards without falling over on stairs.
I was just, danger sense.
I'm big.
I would say, unfortunately, no. You're not going to be able to do it.
Sorry,
it doesn't.
I tried.
So what's my dex save bonus?
+2. Oh wait, I might actually. Dex save is +2.
+2.
So that's a 13.
13. Okay. So you slip on the first step, but you're able to quickly catch yourself again, and you're able to walk down. But I will say that one step you slipped on, you did blink, which caused Sano to actually be 5 feet closer to you. But
oh no!
As you're getting closer and far enough away from the blink, he's closer and you're like stumbling down the stairs. You are successfully able to get further away from him before he would have had the chance to do attack of opportunity.
Okay.
How far back?
So
is the question.
I want to draw him into like the middle, so I probably go back to the right one more, and then once he's out of the cabin, I'm not sure if that's on this turn or not, but I'm holding my action for when he comes out of the cabin to do the incantation and hold up the amulet.
Okay, he's currently right in the door at this point. Like he was about to lunge at you. You were just like, whoa! Right as soon as you open your blink. Brings us.
I'm gonna die. I don't want to kill Ortega.
Brings us to Erish Ari.
Okay. I'm going to grab the torch next to me, bring it a couple steps forward, and just get kind of in lockstep with these folks. Close enough. Yeah, next to Ortega, I think. And I want this torch to kind of cast light on the shadows, so he's not going to hopefully teleport adjacent to us if we can't see him, giving us some more range that we can see. I know we're blind for dark sight folks. I'm gonna draw my.
You're trying to eliminate the shadow.
Yeah. I don't know how it works. I know we can see into it. That's just what I'm thinking. And as my action, I want to hold an action. I want to hold a silvery barbs, just for a distracting whistle kind of thing that hopefully he doesn't just auto hit someone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my action.
Which brings
that's
us
me.
Tatiana Tallis.
I think, no, I guess that doesn't make right. Question mark.
Same.
I'm like so stuck. I'm like, what happens? I feel like I don't have anything I can do yet until we find out what happens with this locket. I think I'm just gonna hold an action, I guess, and wait and see what happens with this situation.
Okay, brings us to Justano's turn. At which point, again, it can't teleport, but I don't get to go. You did go.
I'm last in the initiative order.
Yeah, we're missing somebody.
We're missing someone.
Initiative.
Oh,
Alice.
I had Tallis far away. What is
on it?
5.
Honestly, I was like, oh my god, did one of them get ghosted and we don't realize they're finished?
I did not know that. My apologies. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Tallis. There you go.
Except that. Do I think that this creature is immune to being charmed?
It's tough. Being Ortega's mind, you'd have to make an insight check or something to determine that.
Okay. I would like to do so.
Okay.
13.
It's tough. You've seen it take damage. You've seen Eldritch Blast just biff right off of it like it's nothing. You get the feeling that this creature is definitely immune to many things, or at least resistant to them. Specifically, it's not high enough.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
With whatever Tallis's save DC is. I don't know.
16.
And it's a 16. It rolled a natural 18.
It could have no wisdom. You never know. Probably has wisdom. All right. Well, you will see a crown of iron thorns appear on its head, and then they shatter.
I'll silvery barb saving throw.
Okay. It's got to re-roll and take the lower.
Yep, and I can give advantage to someone else.
Okay. 13 on that.
Okay. The effect of this is a charm effect. So if it's immune to a charm effect, then the crown of thorns still disappear or crumble. If it is not, it is charmed by me for the duration, which is a minute. Charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I mentally choose. Otherwise, the target can act normally on its turn. Oh. I wish I'd have known that before I cast it, because there's nobody else for
Don't love that for us.
Honestly, though, it doesn't matter because you see the crown of thorns immediately crumbling.
I figured as much, which is why I didn't use the other spell she told me she could use.
It is immune to charm.
And Ortega is really going to just go, oh, fuck, I hate magic.
I'm going to give advantage to the next save to... I might have to give it to me because I think Ortega Body gets it because you have the amulet and I moved real close.
Yeah, as soon as it moves out of that doorway, got a ready to action for it.
Oh, no, I do give it to Ortega Body. So Ari Ortega, because it can apply it to your attack roll or any other attack. I do a distracting whistle, single silver note flies through the air.
Which brings us, Talis' turn is done. Brings us to Sano.
Talis, how many levels in Fighter do you have?
1.
Okay, never mind, I'm done.
1. I think 1.
It's stepped out of the cap.
Oh, I hate that.
Everyone's doing something when it steps out of the cabin, so I'm giving it.
I throw off the locket. Now I walk towards it, holding up the locket, and I say the incantation, hoping to capture its spirit within it.
Gotta say it.
I say, sorry, I closed the chat. By the souls bound in torment and strife, in this pendant now end your endless life. Moonlit night, your time is nigh. To the plane of oblivion, you must lie.
So as you recite the incantation, pendant, it starts to glow with an ethereal light as you see the souls that have trapped inside of it start to swirl around and outside of it. You see that the souls, they start to kind of reach over to Sano, kind of holding him, pulling him forward. He's resisting. You get the feeling that you're going to have to wait out a round or two before he gets fully sucked in, but it's working.
I maintain my grip, and I shout out to the party, waste him. I'll pull him in.
So this is considered concentration on your part. So any damage that you take, will have to make concentration check.
Proficiency on Constitution. Love it.
Ortega, are you raging or no?
I'm raging, yeah.
You can't concentrate on anything while you're raging.
This is a little bit different. But it would, if he does it, it does end his rage.
Then I will shrink down. Okay. Still bigger than R is used to being. He doesn't mind a bit. This is a great day. Outside of Talis' arm. That's weird. And still attached to his waist.
Yeah. It made its step forward. And, because you did the thing, it actually cannot do anything. But it will make it scream. How far away is it? Let's see, real area. I just want to make sure.
Within 20.
Yeah. Okay. So it was supposed to be within 30 feet, but yeah, within 20 feet. So everybody who is within 20 feet needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Which I don't have advantage on anymore.
You didn't have advantage on it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Using save stats of the character we're playing?
Yeah.
This is a body.
What's your con save, man?
Real good.
Need to beat a 6
plus 7.
Plus 7? Yeah. So I rolled a 10.
Okay.
So you got 17? I got 15.
17 plus whatever Talis' con is, so I think that works.
As long as you
plus 2. I got 16 on the die, plus 3 for 19.
The only coward.
Oh, we're doing good.
So, the scream is so loud, and you're in filled with this fright and this terror. The three of you who rolled higher than the 16 that you needed, you're able to resist it, and you can hear the screams, and everyone, like the voices inside are like yelling at you, going, "Look away!" And perish as Ari, you'd close your eyes, scared.
I got a 17.
No, I rolled a 15.
Perish, Ari.
Oh, sorry. Oh no.
Oh, that really worked because he's right below Palace for me, and she was just pointing at him, so it actually worked really well.
Yeah, he's below me, unfortunately. So because you blink, your eyes are closed, he's able to teleport to a spot where no one was looking beside you.
Hey, torch over here. Just saying.
Yeah, he's still not within the torch range.
Okay.
But he was able to move. The spirit that you were channeling did go with it, so you saw kind of where he ended up. But he was able to teleport freely because of that. You're still holding the concentration. The spirits were still trying to suck him in. It was just, whoa! You felt the pendant go, whoa! Which ends his turn. Ari, Ortega, you're up. I need you to make a Constitution save. A Constitution. Maintain concentration.
I rolled a natural 1.
You have advantage because I gave you silvery barbs.
Yeah, you do.
I thought that was going to be a mistake because you had advantage.
17.
Nice.
You are able to maintain
God.
the concentration on the pendant for one more round as more souls seem to come flying out of the pendant as it's pulling him in. You now see that there's full-on souls that are holding him back, keeping him from moving forward now.
Do I have any throwing weapons that could do any sort of damage to them?
I don't know. Dagger? There's
Eat that paddle at him.
There's daggers and darts.
I'm a yeet a paddle.
Using a paddle? Full on scimitar?
Well, then I don't want to lose. If we get transported away, I don't want to lose those weapons.
So there's
you have like little pocket knives probably that are like the darts.
There's little,
yeah,
you got little.
Then I'm gonna throw the next best blade I can with my other hand.
All right, make an attack.
Natural 7.
It hits him. It just goes. That's it. It's just stuck inside him at this point. It doesn't even save.
Then I hold up the amulet and I'm going to move. Want to be within range. Do I have a feel for what the range of what's happening is? My goal is to move to the outskirts of the range while maintaining the effect.
There doesn't seem to be a distance in the range that you can tell. It's just as long as you're getting
knowing how much I'm bleeding, I'm gonna back up a little bit to try and be out of its range, and while maintaining eye contact, clearly backing up.
How far away are you going?
To go 10 feet away.
Yeah, and that's your turn, Ari.
Still deciding what I want to do. Because it's not my body to make choices with, but I innately want to stay closer to this thing than the others.
You know what, man? We play the cards we're dealt. Ari's taken hits in a body that wasn't his. You've got permission.
Perish in Ari's body is gonna look back over his shoulder for a second. Everybody else is looking at him. Probably fine. Now he'll whisper over his shoulder while keeping eye contact.
Okay, you have to say it because otherwise you guys have to.
It's a great opportunity. Doing his best impression of Ari is a great opportunity to forgive yourself. Forgive Ortega. I'm gonna try and pin its foot to the ground and hold the line. So I'm gonna do the dead eye shot for advantage. And I guess, how many grip points do I have?
3, I think.
Well, I'm using the last one for the other one. Knock it 15. Yeah. Not trying to knock 15 feet back, but knock it kind of into the ground sort of thing. Same thing I did before. That's cool.
Okay, yeah.
First shot's 6 on the die. Second shot's 6 on the die.
No.
Again, you're able to like boost the arrows at it, and you're able to like physically hit it, and it's just not. It just Like it does nothing. It seems as though any of these attacks have zero effect on him.
Well,
You have to stay alive.
I'm going to cast Healing Word on Ortega's body because that's one holding concentration. Do another 5 HP. And I'm not going to move, and I'm going to hold the line.
Okay.
Freaking thank you, Parrish.
Brings us to Tatiana. How?
I think I'm going to I feel like we're just riding this out. I'm going to take a step towards Ortega's body and keep my eyes on it, and I'm going to use my action to help Ari with his concentration.
Okay. Yeah. And are you moving beside him or?
Yeah, beside him.
Okay. Cool. So because you're going to use the help action, I will allow it so that if you give him advantage on the Constitution, if he rolls low, you are allowed to use your inspiration dice to help him out.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Brings us to Alice's turn. Ortega.
Alice's body is going to kind of join the line in front of Ortega's body and take the dodge action.
Okay, so like beside Ari's body, or
like in front of Ortega, but he's going to kind of join like the line. I can't see the thing, like the laptop died. So
okay.
I think between Ari and Ortega's bodies.
Yeah,
being in the way.
Yeah.
Yes, he's being in the way.
Okay.
Egging it on a little bit by taking the dodge action.
He's stuck. Brings to Gisano's turn. He cannot move now because he's being restrained by all of the souls. However, you see for a moment his eyes avert, looks at something else. You see the two Yankee that he just slain are now creeping forward towards you as he's raised the dead and summoned them to help you. And they run towards Ortega. They're going to try to hit Ortega. The first one is going to be natural.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then the second one is going to be a natural 2, so it's not going to hit you. And then, so with the hit is a 2 of flashing damage.
Okay, it can't happen. I'm not raged anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
14 points of necrotic damage.
No way.
I should still be okay, but barely.
You do feel as though while holding this amulet, you are resistant to so you only take 10 points of damage.
Okay, I should be okay. I should still be better than I was before when he beat the shit out of me in the first cabin when he stabbed me. Got me a little bad.
However,
holy smokes!
You can get that Constitution, please.
And you've already used your luck point, right?
He has, but somebody's giving him a help action to maintain it. So
true. Forgot.
I picked these dice for Ortega. Natural 15.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
So those two undead thralls are just going to work underneath him. I'm not going to put them in the initiative order. Brings us to Ortega. You need to make another concentration check. You have advantage because she's offering the help action.
Okay, that was a 7. That was a 17.
Yes.
You're able to hold on one more round.
I repeat incantation.
You don't have.
I say.
Basically, your. I mean, you can.
Yeah. I repeat the incantation at the top of my lungs.
Okay. I can dig it. I can dig it. All right. Are you doing anything else?
I don't think I can move away without risking attacks of opportunity, right?
That is correct.
And I hold strong.
Okay. Ari.
So I know I can hear with eyes locked on JV over there. I can hear that there's some scuffling going on. I kind of like saw out of the side eye they were going that way.
Yeah, you were able to. Yeah, you kind of like saw them come out and then exit behind you.
All right, I'm gonna take a blind shot behind me.
Okay, this is
try and hit them.
This is gonna be with disadvantage.
Yeah, I figured that would be with disadvantage.
Okay.
First roll is a 13. Second roll 16. So 13 plus stuff.
13 will hit. 13 will hit the roll.
All right. It's a D12 plus 2, I believe. 13 damage. Almost freaky. Friday the 13th. I'm going to stay where I am, and I am going to tell Ortega Ari, I want you to know that you are a hero in no matter what body you possess. I give you bardic.
Very nice.
Oh, yes. Also,
Okay. Lady Tatiana.
I would love to move next to this guy over here.
Like
I guess on the other side of, yeah.
Okay.
And I think I'm just gonna hit it with whatever sports gear I have in place of Tatiana's rapier.
Lacrosse stick.
It would
obviously.
be
Lacrosse
a
stick.
fishing pole. Maybe, yeah, it's like a fishing pole. Very thin.
Hit it with a fishing plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just like pulling. Okay. That is an 18 to hit.
18?
yes.
Perfect. And then 7 damage.
Okay. Can you do it?
I don't think so.
You should have extra attack at level 5, I think.
Oh, I can do 2 attacks. Okay, then I'm going to do attack then. That is a 21 to hit.
Yep, that'll definitely hit.
And better roll die. Oh, so much better. Okay. 14 damage.
14. That zombie boy goes down.
Yes.
All right. Which brings us to Talith.
Oh my god.
Ortega Talith.
Well, I think I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast a couple things nearby that are zombified.
Okay.
Just let me. What's my assuming the modifier is probably pretty good. I don't know.
He is +8.
So that is a 25 to hit for the first one. So 8. I don't know if you add your charisma to your damage or not, but I don't have any. I don't have any charisma, so it's just 8 damage.
That's kill it.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
It gets a second one in the chest as it's falling over.
Very nice.
All right. And that ends your turn.
Yes.
Okay. Brings us to Papa. Really upset. Killed his thralls. Again,
Sucking thralls.
cannot move. However, you do see more thralls are now coming in a lot further away. It seems as though these are ones that he's maybe killed at another time. I'm gonna move these.
No.
But they're coming in from behind. They're still a little bit too far away, unfortunately, to get close enough to you. But now you actually start seeing them come into your distance. Seeing a lot. They kind of like come out from the rocks and all over the place. You also see one other creature come out, and it looks like Gisano, however, much larger. You get the feeling that this might be the fox. And it
It looks like Gisano, the guy who brought us here.
no, that was just it looks like Gisano is Jason.
My bad.
It looks like his dad. His dad was said to have disappeared.
Got
But yeah, he's running in basically full tilt. He's like, "I'm coming, son." You see that he's trying.
Are you winning, boy?
He's actively pulling the souls off of this ritual. He's trying to
I don't like that at all.
He's able to pull off one soul, which is fine. There's enough on him right now. Brings us to Ortega. These undeads are coming in en masse. You see Big Dad behind ripping these souls off.
Is there any way for me to turn up the power besides saying it again?
I will say if you don't have your inspiration there. You have your bardic inspiration.
He's bardic.
Yeah.
If you make a Arcana check,
Oh no.
as you say it, you might be able to power it up a little bit.
Then yes, we'll put everything I have into it. I'll even get closer. I want to try and stay out of his range, but if I need to be right up next to him, I need to be at his face. I don't care.
So you're running up right beside
I will run up. Hopefully a little bit out of his range, but that's kind of the space filled by Ari.
I'd say you
That's
could probably, kind of get, beside a little bit. Yeah.
Then I will say the incantation again. I will put everything I have, my bardic inspiration, everything I have, I'm putting into it.
Give yourself 1 point of exhaustion as well, and I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
Love that.
You said to get advantage?
You have advantage.
Okay, because that's a 2. Okay, that's a 14 again.
14 with your bardic inspiration.
Which is how much is my bardic inspiration right now?
D6, I believe. Just check.
That's a 6 for a dirty 20.
Oh.
Let's go.
As you put all of your spirit and your essence and you part of your soul even going into this amulet, as you say the incantation once more.
By the souls bound in torment. By the souls bound in torment and strife, in this pendant now end your endless life. Moonlit night, your time is nigh to the plane of oblivion. You must fly.
And as you say that, the other 3 members of the party also recited in unison with you.
Okay, ready? Everyone good?
Now we gotta open it up.
It's in the chat.
I'll give the count in. You ready?
No, not yet. Getting there. Yeah, sure.
3, 2, 1. By the soul.
By the soul bound in torment and strife.
In this pendant. Now end your endless life. Midnight. Time is nigh.
Time is nigh.
Your time is nigh. To the plane of oblivion.
Must fly.
Fly.
That was terrible.
Flawless.
That was so bad.
Flawless.
I'm so sorry to the listeners. That was terrible. But they did do it. Ortega. As everyone says it in unison, you see these extra souls come out of even them and start to pull Gisano in. How do you want to do this?
While he decides, I just want to say that we were probably in unison, and it's just our connections were slightly off.
That was connections.
It was
all
perfect.
connections.
Yeah.
Listener, if you only knew. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up the pendant, and as they're saying it, and as he starts getting pulled in, I'm going to pull out one of the canoe paddles and impale him on it on his way in, bring him in real close, and say, "Nighty night, Gisano," and shove him into the locket.
Yeah. So he just, as you see these souls, they start kind of pushing him and twisting him, and see the locket swirling with its energy start to open up even further, and it starts to turn Gisano into a skeletal figure, much like his corpse down below in the depth. And you see it starts to crumble into dust before it has a chance to actually get sucked into the locket. The souls come back into the locket as the dust fades away and swirls back under the water, ending Rhett. The father that was behind him disappears entirely. It's as if he wasn't really there at all. And the undead thralls also vanish. All that remains of the physical form of Gisano was the mask and his weapon. And Ortega, you're still holding the weapon in your hand.
I pick up the mask of Gisano. I look at it. Unless something notable happens, I put it in the pack.
Nothing notable seems to happen.
Then I look to his sword. And then I look to the party. I hate wasting things. Though I would imagine there's great evil in this. I know some of us can find out later. But as I looked at Talus's arm, still hitched up to my side, just don't want to leave anything behind.
Yeah, that's got to get on in the next 10-15 minutes or it's gone.
Then we got to find a way out of here fast. I pick up the sword, put it on my back, and I looked at the party holding up this locket. Everything else around us is gone. Is there any indication how to get back home?
As you look around, you see during this time in the other cabin, the other 4 members were able to heal up. And Zokar, he comes running out and he goes, "Done it! We've done it! We've been able to contact our Kretch, an astral plane, the astral blades. They're coming. They're on their way here. We're going to be able to get you out of here. We can send you back to the time and the place for which we met. I thank you. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to stall him long enough. Were you able to free any of the others?"
Some.
Looks around. Where are they?
Point to the cabin where they're likely still freed and alive.
No,
I think we left him.
He was with them. He's at
Okay.
Saved anyone else.
I'm afraid they didn't make it.
And he looks around. He sees all the undead Githyanki. Was that them?
Yes.
Once.
Look, if half a story coming in here, we did our best.
He looks around and he does a quick little gesture to release their spirits, so to stop or Githyanki way. And you see kind of the spirit kind of swirls off. And he looks around and goes, You're down one. And he looks around and goes, oh wait, no, there they are. And you see Parrish as Lady Tatiana walks closer, or Lady Tatiana as Parrish comes back over to the party, and the Githyanki Kretch, the ship that they arrived in, is able to land kind of in front of the lake. Really nice, like portal opens up as if for you guys to board the ship. But you see on the other side of the portal, Bazzoxan.
This day cannot end soon enough, and I mean this with the utmost respect, Talus. I cannot wait to get out of this body.
I can't wait for you to get out of that body.
I don't want you to all have a certain opinion of me, but I know we met over strong drinks and questions. I immediately would like to have strong drinks and questions as soon as we are gone from this place.
Can't imagine a thing better. I look over to Tatiana's body and I say, Captain,
and Ortega will start walking through the portal as he says that.
I'll walk through the portal. And this was a much...
I hold up the arm, kind of waving it back at them. You forgot something.
You walk through the portal, and as you step forward and in, your bodies, or your return to your normal body, except Talus and Ortega. Ortega, your arm is now gone.
For fuck's sakes.
Talus has both of her arms again. And the arm that Ari is now holding, I guess, is Ortega's arm. And you see that the time in Bazzoxan now is actually nighttime, and you see the festival of the Dance of the Drow taking place.
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. Okay.
Didn't miss the Dance of the Drow, and you are in the middle of everything as this giant portal opens up, and you walk out into the crowd that has been gathered in Bazzoxan. Everyone stops and looks at you, and for a brief moment, Talus see Io in the crowd, and that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Ortega's just going to mutter, I need a healer.
You've got one, but I need a drink.
So Ari now has Ortega's arm hanging off of his waist?
Yep.
Oh my god.
It's going to immediately prayer of healing us. I don't give a shit what's going on. Saying a prayer.
I will say, the body of Ortega has a couple other extra Halloween items that he's allowed to have or give away.
Nice.
And I will add them to the inventory for you to take a look at.
I don't even get to see them?
Nope. We're going to identify the shit out of those.
I do have Identify.
I know. I was like, why the fuck didn't I cast that on this pendant?
Oh, that's okay. We were being chased by a zombie murderer with a machete.
On the boat.
As we wrap up this chilling Halloween summer camp special, our adventurers return to the Dance of the Drow in Bazzoxan, having their bonds stronger than ever. Ortega's loss of an arm remains a stark reminder of the horrors they have encountered, while the mysterious items they collected told the promise of untold power. Amid the spectral moonlight under the star-studded sky, the party's secrets have come to light, revealing the unexpected depth of their shared history. I have been your host and Dungeon Master Kyle, and thank you for being a part of this spine-tingling adventure. And remember, the magic of storytelling continues to weave its spells, unveiling new mysteries even among old friends. Stay tuned for the next episode, if you dare.